So you want to live near a golf course, but don't want to pay the $200,000 initiation fee? I have something for you today, and it's the semi-private golf clubs in Austin. More access, less expensive, and still somewhat luxurious. I'm going to tell you the difference between the privates and the semi-privates, show you where they are and which type of golfer would absolutely love these choices. Let's tee this baby off and hit subscribe if you want to know all things golf and real estate in Austin. Hi, I'm Nicole Cooper, UT Golf alum and real estate pro. I've been helping people buy and sell in the Austin area for over 15 years, especially in golf communities. You see, I don't just know the market there. I've walked every one of these fairways and have insider information for you. So if you're looking for lifestyle real estate on the golf course, you're in the right spot. So what's the difference between semi-private and private? Well, private is just that. Nobody's getting in unless you're an actual member. Semi-private is where you can have a membership, but they still allow public access. So we'll bring you access to tee times a bit earlier, some discounts on those tee times, and perhaps some discounts in the pro shop and the dining. So you think of it kind of like budget buying or bulk buying, and that's kind of what semi-private is. And in general, these semi-private options are going to run you from like maybe $2,000 to $5,000, where your private clubs start at $12,500 and go up to $200,000. At the moment. All these change all the time, but you can get a lot more bang for your buck on these semi-privates by allowing those public golfers access as well. Now, what does that mean on the con side? Well, it could get a little slower when we allow the public in there, but not to fret. I'm going to tell you about each one of these courses, and I have 5 to show you today. Falconhead, Avery Ranch, Teravista, Gray Rock, and Star Ranch. Let's hop over to the map so you can see where they are. So you can think about semi-private kind of like flying business class. You get the most perks at a fraction of that first class price. So here we are in the map, and as you can see, the clubs are circled around the city. Here is downtown Austin here. We don't have any semi-privates or privates near downtown Austin, so on the south side we have Gray Rock. Out in Lakeway we have Falconhead. Northwest Austin up towards Cedar Park we have Avery Ranch. Up in Round Rock there's TerraVista, and then over here in Hutto is Star Ranch. So those are the 5 clubs we're going to be talking about today and telling you what the pricing is and the good and the bad. So first one we are going to start with is the Avery Ranch. These are in no particular order, except for the first 3 are connected together. So I'll be telling you my favorites at the end, so stick around for that. So Avery Ranch is, I call it like a really user-friendly, beautiful club. It's part of the Magnolia program, and the Magnolia program has Avery Ranch, TerraVista, and Falconhead. So when you buy into that membership, it covers all 3 of those clubs at the same time. So what that membership looks like, if you're just an individual, it's $1,000 a month. If you're a family, it's $1,400 a month. That's unlimited play and unlimited range time. You get a little bit of discount here and there on other things like food and the pro shop, but there is no additional assessment or annual fee. It's just a monthly fee of $1,000 or $1,400. So you have to do the math and decide how much golf you play and if that makes sense. As far as the Avery Ranch Golf Club, there's 5 sets of tees out there, so you can figure out where you want to play. It's super user-friendly. This is the 18th hole here. It's got Brushy Creek Park and Lake in the background of it. And here is a picture of their driving range. Most of the time you're hitting off the mats when you're warming up or practicing out there. This is a picture of the first hole, short par 4. You're going to hit it up there and have a wedge into the green. That's if you hit it good off the tee, of course. And I don't think I've ever played Avery Ranch without seeing beautiful deer out there. So you're in the middle of nature. It's a master planned community, which leads us a little bit to talk about the real estate. We'll have homes that line some of the fairways out there, and it's a big, big community, Avery Ranch. It stretches from about 183 past Palmer over to the next highway, and it goes along the golf course there. So houses in the Avery Ranch, they're going to average around $650,000. Now, if you're on the golf course, that goes up to $1 million plus. But we're talking the whole community, the whole master plan community, $650,000 average. You're gonna find traditional homes in there and some hill country style homes. And it feeds into Leander ISD, so a very good school system. A lot of people move into this community because it has the combination of golf and the schools. And you'll see that might be a common theme today as we go around the map. So the pros and cons. The pros are that it's an affordable membership and affordable real estate for the most part. It's family friendly and feeds into good school systems, and it's in a growing community up the 183 corridor, which is our tech business corridor. Think Apple, Samsung, all those tech companies. The cons, well, it's still 30, 35 minutes from Austin, and it does get busy on the weekends. Because why? Remember, we're allowing the public to come in. So these types of clubs can get super busy at peak times. And lastly, it's just not as prestigious as a private club. So the Avery Ranch Club may be a good fit for someone who is thinking about getting into more golf, but they can't commit because they're still working a ton, so they don't want to pay that private price, but they can dip in here, pay the little smaller membership, and get to play pretty much as they want. All right, so we're heading from Avery Ranch, which is here in the Cedar Park area, out to Lakeway, to the Falconhead Golf Club. Now, Falconhead is one of my favorite semi-privates. I think it's probably the most challenging as far as the golf goes. This is their beautiful signature hole, par 3. And, well, let's just say sometimes you're going to hit it into the scenery. So Falconhead, as I mentioned before, it is the same company as Avery Ranch and TerraVista. So the membership is going to be the same umbrella for all 3 of those courses. Now, let's talk about the houses at Avery Ranch. A little bit nicer price point out there. It's going to be $915,000 on average for homes in that neighborhood. And if they're on the golf course, again, you can almost double that price. Almost. So before we go into the pros and cons though, let's dip back into the golf. I want to show you just a bit more. Generally speaking, you're going to be on these mats when you're warming up out there. They do have a bit of an area for short game practice. Sometimes you'll get to get on the grass to hit on the driving range, but not too often. This is going to be more of your hill country design with a little bit of more rolling terrain than the others, kind of your gateway into the hill country, if you will. And it's going to be a little bit longer than the other courses that we are covering today. There are plenty of bunkers out there and plenty of par 4s that sometimes you're going to need to hit a long iron or a wood into. So there is change up out there. Not every hole is the same. They have a drivable par 4 too. So it's a pretty cool change up. I like the course a lot. Now back to the style of houses. We know the average price point is about $915,000. It's going to bring us into those Mediterranean style homes and some hill country luxury, actually. It feeds into Lake Travis ISD, another wonderful school with high accolades. And so a lot of people will move out here if they don't want to do the private cost of the nearby hills, which is $90,000, or Spanish Oaks, that's $200,000. So this is a nice kind of go-between if you still have little kids going all over schools and playing sports and all, and you don't get as much time to play golf as you'd like. This is a good compromise. The pros and cons for Falconhead. First pro is it's championship level golf. You're in Lakeway, so you have all the Lake Travis access, you have hiking trails, and a smaller suburb, a little bit quieter, or let's say a lot quieter than the city of Austin. And lastly, you're in that good school district, so your real estate values stay high. The cons, it's more expensive than the other semi-private clubs as far as the house goes. So you're going to be spending, on average, about $300,000 to $600,000 more dollars for a similar style home in this community than, say, TerraVista or Avery Ranch. This course is challenging, so it's not as beginner friendly as some of the others. And lastly, at peak times, it gets busy. Our next club is our third arm of the Magnolia membership up at TerraVista, up in Round Rock. TerraVista is pretty flat with gentle rolling terrain, and it was recently awarded beginner-friendly course by National Golf Course Owners Association. So, good for newcomers and avid golfers alike. Here's a picture here. You can see it does have a little bit of water on the course, so gotta hit it straight, like most every golf course everywhere. Again, you're hitting off of mats for the warm-up and your practice area most of the time. Here's how they mark the holes out there. They've got 5 sets of tees also, so you can make it user-friendly for whatever level of golf you're playing that particular day. Here's another angle with a little water you have to avoid. Of the 3 courses that are part of the Magnolia, this is the best bang for your buck as far as real estate goes. Average house prices are around $500,000 in the community. So you're gonna get a bit more house for a bit less money if you go up to Round Rock. Now, as to note for these 3 courses that are part of the Magnolia program, when we have severe weather conditions, they find it very hard to keep up with the golf clubs. Semi-private clubs don't get as much money. They don't make as much money as the private clubs, and sometimes in our droughts in the summer, it really shows on when they kind of can't keep the greens, they go to temporary greens and they just don't water enough. So keep that in mind. Some parts of the year, the courses are absolutely beautiful. The greens roll pure. And in those tough months, those tough weather months, not so much. I told you here first. All right, we are swapping edges of town. So we went north of town up to Round Rock here at Teravista. And now we are going down to the south side, down here to Gray Rock. Now, Gray Rock is going to be our closest one to kind of a links style. It's pretty flat. You can run the ball up the front. So yeah, it's our closest one to links around town. Keep in mind on this course, the first tee is a long way from the pro shop, so it's not that walkable. Perhaps you can get someone to go and drop you off out there. Once you get there, you can walk, but the trek from the pro shop to the first tee is quite a ways out there. So keep that in mind. Once you get there, it's a great front 9. You've got a par 4 to start, and then it mixes up. You've got all kind of different yardages coming into the greens, but it's pretty straight away on the front 9. On the back 9, however, we're getting a lot more dog legs around the corner, around the bend. Trees are your main obstacle, and a few bunkers in the fairways here and there. Now, let's talk about membership here. First of all, to note about Gray Rock, it's actually a City of Austin golf course. It used to be called Circle C Club, then the city bought it. It's part of the City of Austin package, but you can buy a membership. The membership is $550 a month plus a $2,500 initiation fee. However, I'm told it's full. Even there, it's full. There's a 1.5 year waiting list to even get on. This club is really well known for having a lot of league play, a lot of competition, a lot of tournaments. So the homes that are around there, though they're not part of the golf club, there are a lot of master plan communities right around there. And it's the only golf course in the area, apart from Onion Creek further over to the west, that really, logistically speaking, makes sense. In fact, look at this map here and you can see there's not really many other golf clubs around. Onion Creek is over here, but all the area out towards Dripping Springs and Driftwood are going to be coming in to play at Gray Rock for the most part. Once you start getting up here, you might feed over to Lakeway, but it's kind of out there, and so it gets a lot of demand and a lot of play, hence the reason they have a 1.5 year waiting list. Here's another angle here. This is hole 18. You can see basically how flat it is. It does have a little bit of water here and there, but this one, unlike the others so far, does have a really nice driving range. Grass everywhere. They do lessons out there and it's super long, so you can practice. They have bunkers to practice out of, a couple of putting greens. Very nice practice facility. Let's talk those houses. Average price here, $1 million. It's a nice part of town and it feeds into Bowie High School, nice school district. So people, it's an in-demand community, 100%. So the pros and cons. Well, I've already told you, it's one of the few link-style courses in town, and they have lots of people that are part of the membership and want to play, or just come out for public also and want to play. It's got good schools, and on that southwest corner of town, you're not too far from all things like restaurants and entertainment. Not downtown at all, but there's a little nook over there on Slaughter and kind of escarpment. There's grocery stores and restaurants and things, so you're not too far from all of that jazz on the southwest corner of town. The cons, well, you know, it's not a traditional golf community in that you can get in your golf cart and ride over there. You're coming straight off the highway into the club, so it doesn't feel the sense of that same like kind of semi-private or private club feeling. And it's less scenic than our other hill country designs because it's flat. But if you're budget conscious and you want to live in that southwest corner of town due to your commute, or that's just where you love, this is a good option, very good option. To round out our 5, we just came from down here at the south side, and now we're going at our farthest one over here to the east off the toll 130, and we're going to Star Ranch. This is the front of their country club. It's a nice facility. This is their par 3 signature hole. It's really pretty. Everybody loves to have a little waterfall or some kind of danger around their signature hole, and this one certainly fits the bill there. It's got a little rolling terrain, and for the most part, it's kind of open, so it's user-friendly. They claim to have the fastest round of golf in town on average. They want you in and around there 4 hours. I love it when we actually make 4 hours, but not always happening. So as far as their membership goes, it is $4,500 per year, and all you pay is a $25 cart fee, unless you're walking, and then you get unlimited golf. But they allow people who already have a membership to renew their membership the next year. But if there's space left, they do a lottery for people to get a membership for the next year. So what that means is they book out every year for their annual memberships or their annual fees. In addition to the unlimited play, you also get unlimited range time, so you can get out there and practice till your heart's content. And they do have a good practice facility, big driving range, big putting greens to get good on. As far as the real estate, this is the best bang for your buck at $460,000 on average. It's in the tech corridor on that east hole 130, so think the Samsung. Further out over into Taylor, you've got Tesla a bit further south on the 130. So it's definitely an area that's going to be exploding over the next decade or so. So the pros and cons, it's a great club for the price that you have to pay. Next, it's affordable real estate in a growing area, so you can expect some appreciation over there. And it has modern amenities and a well-managed club. They do get you around there as fast as you possibly can for a course that allows public play. What are the cons? Well, it's pretty far from downtown Austin. It takes about 35-40 minutes, no traffic. And then Hutto, in that area, it's still developing, so there's less nightlife and less things to do while we're waiting for that side of town to explode. And lastly, the homes on the golf cart course are tight. Those little lots are super small, so you're gonna have to be pretty friendly with your neighbor if you want to live in this part of the golf area. So here are a few questions to ask yourself to help make the decision if a semi-private would work for you. Number 1, what is your budget on both the golf and the housing? Number 2, how long is your commute to anything you're going to be doing more than 3 days a week? That could be taking the kids to school if you work at home, or going to a job if you're working in the office. Next, how often do you play? I mean, if you don't play that much, a semi-private makes much more sense than buying into one of the private clubs. And lastly, when you're deciding which of these semi-privates to choose, go and practice them, play on them, because you want to get the one that's your style of golf. You don't want to get out there and be like, man, I don't even like links golf, or this rolling terrain isn't for me. So go and experience them on your own time. They all let the public play. Basically, semi-private is perfect for about 80% of golfers who don't want to have country club politics and that high price tag. Now, I told you I was going to tell you my favorites, and here are what I think the golf courses are best for. First of all, as kind of a golf purist, Falconhead would be my favorite, as it's just the best test of golf of the 5 we've mentioned. The best condition overall throughout the year with the fastest play time, Star Ranch. If you're looking for a league to play in, Grey Rock. And if you're looking for a club that's kind of easy for every level, Avery Ranch. So those are my tips on how to choose the one you like, which ones I think are best for what portion of golf you play, what types of houses you're looking for. Are you ready to find the perfect golf community for you? All you have to do is text us, call us, send us an email, set up a Zoom call, because we are always here to help you find the perfect home that matches your lifestyle. So until next time, be kind to yourself and others. I can't wait to see you on the links.